talking to myself for 3 minutes. I forgot to hit to start. Welcome to the Whimsy pre-show. I was wondering, I'm like, hey, where is everybody? And then I realized I didn't hit start. So, yeah, for 3 minutes, just sitting here, setting up my light, talking to nobody. All right, I'm right back. That's so funny. How are we all doing? How's everybody? Oh my gosh. All right. Camera set up over here. All right, what am I looking for? Oh yeah, I do this now, right? Hold on. I do one of these so you guys can actually read this shit. Hey, make sure you say hi in the chats. I know most of you, some of you are working. If you're watching on your phone, you just have to like slide over and you can find the chat box. And you can chat. Say hello. Hey, Whimsy with the Z. I think I got my weeks mixed up. There's 5 kids and there's 5 Fridays. I think they all came out their own week. So Pinky will be this Friday. Last week was Mark. So if you're looking for the Pinky episode, this Friday the 31st. Alright, what else is going on? Hey, 100%. After this, you go listen to the podcast episode. 96, 97, 97. One of the best episodes we've done in a while. Wayne was killing it. Amazing. So go back and take a listen to that. We did the Who on the road to 100. Oh my gosh, hey, are you watching? Are you not subscribed? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I can can I pre-record all these? Like in theory, I could record that, right? Okay, so I would just like record the voiceover on top of the music, on top of the slides. Right? That's a thing. And then it looks like you guys are talking to me. But you're not, because I'm not here. Hey, Patreon. I'm doing live ads for Patreon. Oh my god, go back and listen to 96 and 97. This kid, like, he's selling it, but I don't know if he's selling it correctly. Like, it's so funny. Oh, I don't know. Oh, so fun. I love it. Hey, mom's here. Let's give mama. Let's do a mom wave. Yes, Whimsy with the Z. Hey, I'm talking to some kids, man. I don't know what to do for February. Mark was like, hey, I'll come over and record. And I'm like, I don't know what we're recording. So I don't know what everything's going to look like for February. We'll see. Whimsy. Hey, after you listen to 96, 97, go back and listen to 78. A brilliant episode. Liam's Lucid Backrooms. Holy cow, that episode was so good. You have to wait until Saturday for the Mind Pockets. But we're doing a project. I'll tell you about the project. I'll tell you what happened last night with me trying to work on that project. Put you back to normal, which is like right here. Boom, nailed it. How many waters do I have? Jeez. All right, hang out. We'll see you in about a minute. Hello and welcome to Whimsy Nooners. It's the live show. And my camera not working. Here we are. How are we all doing? It's 12 o'clock. Monday at noon. Let's just start off with I love doing this show. I love Monday. Like, one is good to have a routine for a Saturday or for a Monday. Oh man, it's so much fun. But so, all right, we'll get into that later. It's Monday. It's noon. What are we doing here today? We're gonna hang out for about like an hour, hour 10. No idea why. Most of the episodes have been going like hour 20 ish, hour like past the pre-show. So no idea why. But we're just gonna figure out what I've been up to, what I've been watching on TV, and then I got a fairly interesting rabbit hole for you guys to fall down. What's in my pocket? I'll tell you in just a minute. All right, let's go get the show started. Maybe. You don't know me. I love a good pun. This is telling you about me because for whatever reason, I think at some point, somewhere, and sometime in the future, a bunch of you guys are going to go back and listen to these because you guys are going to give a shit about whatever it is that I've been up to. Um, like this whole episode, like I wish I would have started backwards. But I got to bury the lead a little bit. So what have I been up to this week? I did not put a slide in for it, but yesterday was a fantastic. Oh nope, I lied. Ha! Upcoming projects. So we got episode 100 coming up, and then I was looking at a couple of things. Those of you who have a copy of one of the art books for year one, it's going to be the paperback, or the hardcover. There's a chance that there's a huge fucking typos everywhere on the back section on the comics. So when Sarah did the comics for us, there's a chance. One, there's 4 comics missing, and it it's bothered me for a while. I was going to put them in this year's as kind of a nod back and make sure she got credit for the 4 that she did. Um, and then I think the dates are all so it was comic and the date that it was released, right, in the book. I went back and looked. I don't know what version I had in the books because I didn't have the books with me when I was at work. All the dates are jacked up. So none of the like we're missing 4 comics and the dates are all jacked, and it bothers me, right? So what I did, Nikki helped because she had to send me. I edited it, and then she had to send me the PDF version of it. I had I have currently updated both books currently on Amazon. Okay, I got the notification last night. Both the hardcover and the softcover are currently updated with the 4 missing webcomics, and all the dates are correct of the release dates. What does this matter? One, not I don't I'm not really a perfectionist. Okay, so everything that I do and that I mess up on, I just blame it on whimsy and be like, yeah, I meant to do it. Like, but for whatever reason, bothered me. So I went in and fixed it. Now, the important thing about why I'm telling you is when we blow up, right? And people are going back and ordering all these year one books on Amazon, they're going to have the updated one. And then I should, like, I could have looked. I didn't even look. I don't have a copy here. Where's the closest copy? I don't know. Conceptually, the dozen of you that have some version of the year one book, you technically have a very rare edition, like the misprint edition. Is basically what's going to happen. I don't know what this. I don't know where the podcast is going to go. But if we were to hypothetically be like, oh, they catch their big break in year 3, and they become semi big, at least enough that like Patreon's doing good and people actually like actively going out to grab all this merch stuff. What's interesting is some of those like who come in later aren't going to know all like the lore and the history of the everything we do. So they're going to be buying their book and like, oh, I got a year one book. But do you have the misprint missing 4 comics? No. So the dozen of you that have them, lock that thing away. Cellophane, bubble wrap, box, another box, more cellophane, bubble wrap it again, another box, and then a Tupperware, and then tape it down. because that could be worth a millions. It won't be worth millions. But I worked on that. Uh, the short stories that I have, I got an editor. She is currently busy through the first. So on the first, I'll send her all my stuff. It's like, comes out to like 50 some pages. I guess depending on what size. Ooh. All right. It's 40. I think it's 48 pages, 11 by the 8.5 by 11. So if I trim that thing down to 9 by, or the 6 by, 3 by 6 by, the 6 by 9, I should be able to get like 80 pages out of that thing. So she's going to edit that thing down. I still don't know what I'm going to do with the book, right? I got to work on some cover, and then I need to talk to somebody who actually reads books because I think isn't there like a title page and like a copyright page, and then I got to decide whether or not I'm going to put like so I'm going to make the book eventually. The idea is that I have it available in November, so I got plenty of time. So step one, let somebody read the thing. I'm gonna get rid of all of my insecurities about it. I'll let somebody read it, let her edit it down. She's so funny. She's a nice lady. She'll edit it and she'll send two copies. She'll send the markup copy where she fixes all of the spelling and the grammar and the sentence structure and the tenses because I like to switch my tenses, which is fucking awful. And then she'll send me like the full like good version of it. So uh, I don't know. Maybe it's because she's a stranger. I feel okay with it, but like I know, like I'm happy and proud of the story, but I know it's written like I'm a fifth grader because all right, so we got that book coming, but then I was like, well, maybe I don't want people reading it because then I'm gonna get self conscious again. Now that I'll have it all printed and then it's a book and it's on the internets. So then I'm like, well, maybe I can make it into a comic book or a web comic or a graphic novel. So I reached out to Kit, and that's who drew our current Whimsy Doodles. Reached out to her and was like, "Hey, do I have to script out my like I've already wrote the book, but do I have to like script out what the comic looks like?" And she's like, "I don't know. We'll figure it out." So there's a chance I can just send her a copy and then let her draw what she feels is appropriate. Interesting things. So I mentioned comic, graphic novel, and webcomic. Oh, my ear. Here's a small difference between them. Comic typically would be like chapters and issues. Graphic novel is a collection of all of them in one. Okay, so we would do uh, so 10 stories, and she would create all 10 separate issues. So those would all be comics. If you take all 10 of those and bind them, that would be a graphic novel, more or less. But then there's this idea of this web comic, and I think I want to do. We'll see. Web comics are weird. Like a real true web comic is like 1 or 2 pages per week, and they're like these really long, like these storylines just keep going for just forever because you take the 80 pages and basically, so if you take 80 pages of book and we get 160 pages worth of comic out of it. Wait, how much is a comic? 16 pages. I need 160 pages, right? So if we take 160 pages and we only put one out per week or two per week, that's 80 weeks. That's like a year and a half. It takes, and what's interesting is like you write it, like, and then people just have to keep coming back every week for the next part of the story, which is gonna be interesting. And then when it's done, obviously we can bind it and still ship it out and do everything else. So we're working on that comic, um, what's nice is it's not a lot of extra work on me, right? Like now I'm just like just giving stuff to people and be like, I have an idea, do something with it, please. Um, then Liam and I were talking, episode 78. Liam lost, what was it? Liam lost in the Lucid Backrooms. He want, he gave me the okay to take that episode in his dream and convert it into a comic also. So I think I can probably get. I took some notes last night, so I did. I'll give you half of it, and then you have to wait until Saturday for the second half of it. But coming off the high of listening to the recent episode, I went online. And I was like, I'm gonna start live. I'm like, I'm just gonna live stream and play the episode, and I would take notes as I was replaying episode 78. A couple of things happened. One, interesting. I almost like the idea of creating a like a not all the time, just just a nice look back every once in a while. Like if I got Liam for an extra Saturday or something, and we're just like bored, why not play an episode and we would just commentate on it? Because there's so much stuff in episode 78 that was I don't know, like maybe I was just tired. It was such a good episode. So 100 and what was it, hour 11, like that's crazy, 71 minutes. So last night I live stream, I take some notes, and now I have to try to write a script for a comic book. Um, and then I'm going to have that episode turned into a comic for him. So I think it'd be interesting. It's one of my favorite episodes. Um, it's fantastic. So it was interesting. It was fun. Okay, what else are we doing? So we got more projects. I'm ordering stuff for the Patreon. I'm going to try and be mind pocketed it last week, Saturday. So the idea now is we're going to try and order everything, at least a version, a month in advance, so you guys can all see it before we actually record it or before we actually send them out. Um, I think we want to do. I think I want to do bags, only because I don't have any other ideas. There we go. That's there you go. That's it. That's why. What other project? There was another one. I should have wrote it down. I swear to God. I was in the room. I was like, hey, I'm gonna be pissed. I don't know. There was another project, but a couple of things we're working on. Super excited about them. What's nice is outside of listening to a couple of old episodes and then writing some notes and then scripting it, I don't have to do much of anything else. Oh, lost media. Holy crap. Okay. Don't know. Okay. All right. So there's an idea that I had. Don't ask me why. All right. Someone I couple of things. Let's take it to small pause. One, I wish I had a small team, right? So that way they could be like, what the hell are you doing? I would love nothing more than to have like one or two people on a team, and then they're like, "What is he doing?" And I, you'll see it the second half of the show. I wish that there was a team of Whimsy to do interviews with each other, right? So, like behind the scenes interviews. I would love for like maybe I could do it myself, but there's so so much I can do by myself without getting pressed. Like oh my god, like it'd be so weird. Um, okay, don't ask me why. I want to take okay, whatever project I'm working on. There's a couple of right. I want to take some stuff and I want to put them on VHSs and then present them like they're found VHSs. Okay, like that's not even that weird. Okay, so remember I did a while ago. I bought the converter so you guys can see what's playing on the VHSs. So whatever project I'm trying to do, analog horror or ARG, I want to take it and put it on a VHS and then like I don't know what the next step is, but like basically like maybe Liam starts a YouTube channel, right? And he's like, "Hey, I found these tapes," and then he plays them, and then that starts the story of whatever it is that I'm trying to work through. So somehow I'm working on converting stuff and putting it back on VHS. Like that's the stupidest thing in the world, but I fucking love it. Then there's another idea, and I wish I had a team because I tried to talk to somebody and they're like, "That's stupid and dumb." And I'm like, "I know it's stupid and dumb, but I need someone who's like, it's stupid and dumb, but like, you'll hear out the rest of it." I think I can find all the mind pockets. Okay, so this is yes and no the same project, but there's a lot of shit going on right now, right? Okay, so mind pockets 44, right? So in theory, I can go back into that video and pull out just like very easily pull out all of the individual clips, right? So what I want to try and do is take all the mind pockets and then just have the recording versions. No commentary, no video, but it would just be 10-minute long videos or 8-minute long because some of them are 30 seconds long. So there'd be like 5-minute videos of just my mind pockets. And that's all it is. And then you like so that way I can find them easier. Then in theory, it's easier for people like if I was trying to find out what my favorite mind pocket was, it would be easier to listen to 45-minute videos, right? And just listening to them all versus trying to like skip forward or listen to all 44 hours of mind pockets, right? So, like, let's trim it down to like an hour and a half. Boom, nailed it. I know what some of my like favorite mind pockets are, and then I can remember which ones had parquet laughs, and then I can start pulling out parquet laughs, and then I can want like, great. Okay, so that's that one idea is take all the mind pockets, take out all the actual mind pockets, and just make them their own separate file, right? Just like a bonus, like do whatever you guys want with it. I don't give a shit. A lot of it is just because they're hilarious. They'd be numbered and in order, and then easier to digest the actual mind pocket itself. I don't know. Okay, and then okay, so here's the idea that nobody understands and nobody will understand. I don't understand it, but forever I bring it up I probably bring it up once a month. Lost media, for example, I have 40 kitchen cam live streams, right? I think I now want to take those 40 and just make a web like a YouTube page and then drop them on a YouTube page and then tell nobody, right? And then they're like, well, why would you do that, Ben? That seems stupid. I know. The idea is 5, 10 years from now, there's some kid who's just searching the internet and they find a channel that has like 7 views and 2 subscribers that's been on there for 10 years and there's no context to any of it. Like they're weird, like I think I'm gonna. I don't know yet. Do you have audio files? I do. I have most of the audio files, but the problem is the hindsight. I don't have a lot of the hindsight of okay, so we're gonna call it 400 mind pockets, right? Are audios. I probably for sure have like 360 of them, 380 of them. There's probably like 3 or 4 weeks that I've lost somewhere in the transferring of things to the external hard drive. But then the other problem I'm running into is the recorder. Sometimes the dates would change, and then I have to rechange. So I don't know where all of them fall. I don't like in theory. I don't know them all in order. I don't know the dates on them because I can. So okay, I might be able to find out the dates of when it was recorded, but the name of the item is 1 through 10 because I use the 1 through 10 for when I put them on the slideshow. I remember when I started adding the 1 through 10 onto the slides, like that was because I needed to know which slide everything went to. So of the 400, I got 380 of them, but then of the 380, half of them are all listed one, two, three. Oh, how funny would it be if I actually deleted the live stream? That would suck. Okay, so hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, here's today's show, and now I want to. Okay, so for example, and unlock you. Okay, so mic out, or is it just me? No, maybe I'm bouncing. Are you guys okay? Let me know if you still can't hear me. But it says I'm moving. Okay, so real quick. I can take all the mind pockets, right? Because they're all just individual slides. So I can highlight all of them and then just keep like, oh, I want to keep this one, this one, this one, this one. And then just delete everything else, file save as. And now I have mind pockets 44 with just 1 through 10. Like I could do that. And then because I was going to YouTube them, it's already in its video format. So then I would just straight upload it to YouTube. Um, can someone confirm that we can hear me? Because that would suck. I don't have my phone out because it didn't let me listen while I'm live streaming. So, okay. Thank you. Um, so it's not an impossible thing. Like it's really easy. The only reason why it came to me in this way is because going through all of the recorders or all the external hard drives and trying to piece them together and put them back in order was it's not impossible. I just have to do like 2 a week, and that can be done in like in a couple of months, and just post them every once in a while. But here, for the most part, it's pretty simple. Um, where's the mind pockets? Where's the mind pockets? Does this translate? Okay. So like here's the mind pockets. So I would just have to delete all of even if I went to a grid, right? So I just delete all of these and just keep all the 1 through 10s. And I can power that out in 2 days at work. So that's kind of the idea that I was thinking of with the mind pockets. Because I think it would be fun to go back to have a smaller version of them and just remember just the 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 original recording versus the commentary. I guess is what I'm trying to think of. So okay, since no one else will hear this. Okay, what if no? But then I can also make them shorts. I totally could do that. And then like it what's interesting is I write a book, right? So now I have a book. And then I just take it and then I just repurpose it in two different places. Webcomic, graphic novel, right? So the same thing with Mind Pockets is the same concept of if I'm recording it and then playing it, why not repurpose what I already have and try to get two more things out of it? Turn them into shorts and turn them into this 4 minute. Okay, so here's where the other part of it is. We're currently monetized, right? So I believe it pays me per view, but I have to finish researching it because I think you can't just keep hitting refresh and I'm like 1 cent, 1 cent, 1 cent, and then like I make $1 a day just hitting refresh. I've got to see if there's a component of revenue coming in for the length of time, right? Um, they do pay shorts differently. I don't have a lot of shorts yet, so I don't know what the conversion rate is on those. Um, it might be X number. I don't think it's like less than a penny, right? I want to say it's like every 100 or so they'll give me the penny because they're shorts. But same thing with the shorts. Okay, is now that I have, if I get paid per view, if I can make 40 more videos that are only 4 minutes long, and you were to put it on like a playlist and just play them, now I'm getting so now I'm getting paid every 4 minutes instead of every hour. Does that kind of make sense? But again, I don't know because there has to be a way that they're tracking views and hours watched, right? Um, because like you hear about all those cell phone farms of where people are just refreshing all day, and then you're getting the view count. But here's what I've noticed also. Um, yes, because our 4 minute video is long enough for ads. Maybe because Kelly pointed it out last week that when you start the video, boom, there's a fucking ad on it. So there's already like there's ads in there somewhere, or they squeeze them in because they're not considered shorts. They did increase the short time to 3 minutes. I think 3 minutes. So it will be interesting uh, to, and part of it's just like extra content too, right? Like um, just more stuff for people to be clicking on. The ad I saw was in the middle. Okay, most of the ones I'm seeing are in the beginning, but that's good too. Like every time you see an ad, like it kind of sucks, but at the same time, like it's actually really kind of cool because that means I get paid. Um, I don't know how much I'm getting paid. Like like I'm not like I'm not trying to be cagey about it and be like, ooh, I can't tell you my finances. It's not a lot. Um, okay, we got monetized what last week. Okay, on the 17th, 10 days ago, I had 21 cents by the 19th. So in 2 days, like it's like 10 cents a day. A couple days were like 50 cents. Like I had a couple 50-cent days. Those would have been uh, like Saturday was a decent day. Probably because some of it was a live stream. I don't know. But I'm like, Why did this? I'm at $3. I've made $3 in 10 days, and people are like, well, like people might be a scoff at it and be like, well, that's not a lot of money. Well, no, it's not a lot of money, but it's a start, right? Um, to to have achieved where we're at on YouTube, half of the people on YouTube will never reach. Like half of the people on YouTube do not get monetized. They don't have the subscribers and the view counts or the hour counts. So like poop on my $3, but at the same time, like we're like it's free money at that point. Like I'm still gonna do this, but then as it gets better, I don't know if you guys heard from Mind Pockets, we got Kevin Smith, Jay Muse coming to Fan Fusion. I'm doing 2 panels over there. That's the second half, right? So remember that comment because as we move further backwards, um, it's slow, but at the same time, I'm ahead of everybody. Everybody else in as just a podcast. Most of them aren't doing nearly as well as we are. So I'm just continuing trying to find ideas to help find different ways to one add content and then if I want to do polls, I'd be like, hey, which one's your favorite one? Like it's easier for you guys to find it. So okay, here's the other one, right? We're gonna go long on this one. Sorry guys. Okay. If we take those mind pockets with no context, there's no picture, right? I kind of just make I have a weird creepy picture, just nothing on it, right? Just black. If I took each of those mind pockets, similar to the kitschy cam idea, and I just put them on the internet somewhere, 3 years from now, someone finds the channel, all they're going to hear are 10 random thoughts per video of a guy in his 40s just talking. And there's no context to any of it. Okay? It's again wildly stupid. But what happens when who was it? Jeff Yacht? Uh, we showed you the video of him with the tutu, the trumpet skull. Uh, his video blew up literally overnight because he did that video. 3 years from now, like why not? Like just set it off to the side. It's an investment. If I get another Nick Crowley, Jeff Yacht, they find the channel and they're like, "What is this and why is this?" And they spend a month researching what are these, and I'll keep dropping them. And now people are like, "Why are these things still coming out?" And then as they research it, they're like, "Oh, it's because of this fucking guy who on January 27, 2025 was like, that's what I'm going to do." Like, and then his video blows up because people watch his videos and they're like, let me listen to this stupid guy who came up with this stupid idea 5 years in advance. Who knows? I'm just throwing stuff at the wall and then hope maybe one day it sticks. Um, okay, put a pin in all of that for a minute. Moving forward. So yeah, got some projects coming up. What else we got? Okay, road to 100. Here's what we're doing. Okay, Liam and I had talked. It is going to be a long episode. It is not going to be one video, or it's not going to be one. It's going to be a lot. Okay. Here's what we're going to try and do. I absolutely adore Liam from 2023. Found some old recordings. What we're going to try and do, in theory, is I'm going to take those first 3 recordings we've ever done. I'm going to edit them down. Liam and I are going to play them, let you guys hear it, and we're going to comment over it. Okay. The idea is inspired by Tom, Steve, Dave, episodes 12 and 13, 11, 12, 11 and 12, where they did something very similar. It was called Making Hay. They took a recorder to a flea market, recorded, come back, they play it, and then the three of them just make fun of each other, make jokes, and comment on their experiences at the flea market, right? So we're gonna go Making Hay style. We're gonna listen to these three recordings. They're about 6, 5, in like 50 minutes. Okay, so that gives us our hour for episode 100. Part like ish. Okay, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a blast. I've listened to the first half of them. Amazing. You guys are gonna absolutely adore episode 100. But Liam's like, we cannot stop there. We are asking anybody who's watching, who watches this before. Okay, so what do we say? The 17th is episode 100. I can take any submissions up to the 15th. Okay, so February 15th, that gives you guys a week and a half, 2.5 weeks. Take your phone, you hit memo, and then you're going to record your 5 favorite episodes and maybe a description of why you like those 5 episodes. All right. We're looking for specifically for Kelly, Megan, Mom, other grandma, Nikki. Shoot, who else? Sandy, if she listens to enough of them. Violet, if she listens to enough of them. Anybody else who listens to enough that you. Oh, Andy. I didn't mean to forget you, Andy. 5. We're looking for the best 5 episodes that you guys like out of the first 100. Okay. So now, those should only take 4 minutes, right? You figure you name it, and then like a 30-second description of why. Okay. So that's all we're looking for. That's all I need from you guys for episode 100. So we collect all those and we'll play them throughout the different parts. Okay. The second part, we asked yesterday on the Who episode, who do we want for episode 100? He says, Grandma, my mom. So I'm like, what are we going to do? We already know she's a little, like, not big on the idea of it. And he's like, we could do our top 10. Grandma can come on, give her top 10, and then we all just sit and discuss everybody's, or sorry, top five. And we just sit and just discuss everybody's top 5 episodes. That's super easy, it's fun. Mom can be like, hey, here's what the one I like is because Liam nailed it. I like this one because Ben, Sophie, whoever. Because I know there's a couple of episodes she really enjoys. Obviously, Mother's Day episode is going to be like on everybody's tops. So we're going to try and do that. So there's 2 recorded parts, right? And then all of your guys' submissions. So we're looking for like 5 or 7 of 10 of you, whoever, I don't even care, all of you, whoever's listening. Record them, send them to me, email me. If I know where you live, fucking call me. I'll come out there with the recorder and record it for you. Not a big deal. But by the 15th of February, we need your top 5 episodes for episode 100. This is Liam's idea. And for whatever reason, right. So, boom, Liam's idea. 5 episodes. Doesn't have to be that long. You can email them to me, but that's not what he wants. He wants audio because we're going to drop them in throughout the episode. So, I think that's all we're doing for episode 100. We're going to do the original car recordings. We're going to play. I don't know if we're going to do draft style and we're going to like, I think we're just going to keep it nice and simple. Everybody's 5 favorite episodes. Liam's like, well, we're gonna. I'm like, there's 100 of them, and I know he doesn't even know half of the ones that I'm gonna pick because there are probably some that he either forgot about or he wasn't on. Right? Cheese might make my top 10 or my top 5. I love the cheese episode. Cheese was cool. I just enjoyed talking about Tetris for an hour. The longest opening ever. There we go. Road to 100 coming up on the 17th. Liam will. Liam can nail a Patreon live read, but he cannot like nail the selling of episode 100. We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna hear some from friends and family of your favorite episodes. We're gonna hear Liam from February 7th, 2023. It is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life. It would literally be 2 years by the time we listen to it. It will be a 2-year-old recording of Liam and I. And it was the best conversation I've ever heard in my life. For at least two of them. I have to finish listening to the longer one, but oh my God, it's so much fun. That is your road to 100. Whimsy at chasingthewhimsy.com. Text me, email me your recordings. Text me, email me, call me if you want me to come and personally record your. You can zoom in. There's no excuse not to send me your 5. If you're like, well, I don't know how to do it, give me your phone number and email address, and I'll email it. And I'll email, and you can like we do the record the interviews. Um, anything other than pen and paper or an email, right? So just like written email, voice email is good. All right, let's go ahead. Moving forward, maybe.
Go check out Chasing the Whimsy, the podcast, available today on your favorite podcast platforms. Chasing the Whimsy, where a 40-year-old father and his 2 kids take a whimsical journey of fun stories and educating each other about their respective generation. Generation X squares off with Generation Z to try to connect and find an understanding between generations 30-plus years apart. They'll journey through the past and track their journey as they find out who they'll grow up to be. Again, that's Chasing the Whimsy, available today on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube as well, and you can also find the show and learn more about the hosts at chasingthewhimsy.com. Chasing the Whimsy, ChasingTheWhimsy, Chasing the Whimsy, the podcast. Many episodes up for you to listen to already. Go stream, download, and subscribe today. You can also connect and follow on Twitter at Chase the Whimsy and on Instagram and TikTok at Chasing the Whimsy.
Okay. Boom. Movie, Back in Action, I think is the name of it. Cameron Diaz, Jimmy Fox. The CIA, they're like secret CIA agents, right? And then they have to get away and they raise some kids. And then their old life comes back. And now the kids are involved. They're like, no. Comedy ensues. No. This movie was good for the first half. And then it lost all of its steam on the second half. There was one that Cameron Diaz did with Tom Cruise. What was that one called? Something Day. What was the name of that one? Cameron Diaz, Tom Cruise. Google. Tom Cruise. And Cameron Diaz movie. Night and Day. Night with a K. Like he's a knight in shining armor. That movie was amazing the whole way through. This one got a little like real playful in the beginning, and then the whole second half of it, it lost all that playfulness. It's on Netflix. It's a random. I have nothing to watch on a like I guess Saturday or Sunday afternoon. Like maybe I don't know. It was okay. I watched it. It was okay. Um, Let me know what you think. I know, like it was all. I'm not. I won't watch it again. I tell you that. I caught up on the rookie. I'm a little close to the microphone, so I'm gonna try not to yell. 7 seasons. Just started season 7. This is a fucking solid show. I know I'm not supposed to swear, but Nathan Fillion and the rookie are killing it. The show's amazing. It is. I, one, I'm surprised I didn't track it for 6 years. I like Nathan Fillion. There's no reason for me not to have picked it. This is a solid show. Good character, like good story arcs. So we're averaging, we'll call it like 16 episodes a season. Two big character, like there's one like story arc in the middle, and then there's some stuff, and then boom, cliffhanger. Best cliffhangers I've seen in forever. Like along the lines of like who shot JR type cliffhangers. This show is amazing. If you haven't caught up, catch up on it. Wholly worth it, and it's funny and it's fun. I've not watched a lot this week. There's nothing on. Prime Target, Apple TV. It's a thriller. It's a semi spy thriller. All right. Most of you are never going to watch this. I'm going to tell you a little bit about it real quick. I'm a huge nerd because this is about math. It's a math science, uh, spy thriller. This guy, he's all like beautiful mind. He's like, I just see numbers. He's working on a project, working on prime numbers, and then like the government's just like spying on all these mathematicians, and then somebody guy dies, but does he really die? It was a cover up. And then he's just like way out there because he's super smart. So you know how some of the smart kids are kind of like socially awkward, right? So he was like, I want, I don't know. 2 episodes in, it's on Apple TV. It is definitely a thriller, not super slow like you would expect it to be. I'm hanging in on it because it's you never see a good math movie. Can we name any math movies? There's a couple of them, but nobody ever watches them. I'm watching this thing. I like a nice spy thriller. Um, it's up there with like conspiracy spy stuff. So we saw Diplomat, we saw Black Doves, which again was amazing. I don't think it's gonna be as good as Black Doves, but again, we're only 2 episodes in. Black Doves didn't get good until episode 3. So, um, if you're interested in a thriller, it's not a lot of math. I'm just freaking out because there is a little bit of math. Like they just talk about prime numbers a lot, uh, but it's interesting. I'm gonna hang with it for a minute. We'll see. I almost forgot this next one. I don't know how many episodes are on this. Okay, Beyond Saturday Night Live, SNL 50. I hope that there's 4 episodes right now. I hope they do more. Okay, the 4 episodes they do. Episode 1 is 5 minutes something. They talk about the 5 minute interview process, audition that you do that Lauren Michaels will eventually see, and they use that what to judge yes or no if you're going to be on the show. Okay, so we're going to take episode 1 real quick. Put that off to the side. Episode 3 and 4 are okay. They got real deep into like the writers' room of SNL and like how they come up with sketches and like how close the writers are together. It's fine. It's cute, I guess. Then episode 4 was the awkward years. I guess there was a really awkward year in like 90, somewhere in the 90s, like early 90s, late 80s. There's a real awkward year, and they talk about that. I guess. Episode 2, more cowbell. Like they spent a whole hour on the most viewed and considered the best or the funniest sketch, which was Christopher Walken, more cowbell, right? So they do a whole episode on that. More cowbell was okay. Episode one is actually really good, and I'll tell you in a minute. And the other two were like okay. This is SNL 50. We're at the beginning of the year. God, I'm hoping that they put more episodes out throughout the year because we've never like they're doing themselves a huge disservice if they don't acknowledge the 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 highlighted years, right? Like the the Eddie Murphys and the Aykroyds, the Dana Carveys, the Sandler, Rock, Spade, Farley years. Like they do themselves a disservice if they're not gonna highlight those guys, right? Um, and then you have all the tragedies like uh, of them. I know it's not like super like happy and where they want to be, but remembering those who passed, like a in memoriam type thing, they could definitely do. Don't know if there's more. I didn't research it enough to find out if there are more episodes coming out. Okay, episode one is going to lead into a discussion for the last part. Okay, so buckle up for a second. Episode one, they take current and old cast members, sit them down. What was it like to audition for those 5 minutes? And how did you get seen to get the audition? So they talk about it a second, and then they make them all watch the original 5 minute audition. Some of these things are like 25 years old. Like the idea, like Keenan Thompson, he's been on there for since like 2003. Like he gets to go back and look at his audition tape, and then he gets to comment on it. You have Molly Shannon. I don't. They didn't go as far back as I wanted them to, but this idea that they have somewhere, okay, what's the name of this Studio H, right? At 30 Rock. The idea that they have a room, and they probably digitize it all now. The idea that they have a room filled with hundreds of tapes of all the people that they've auditioned over the years. Who was it? Um, Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey technically auditioned for it, and I think they showed part of his audition. It is crazy the amount of people that auditioned that never made it on SNL. The idea leading into the next part, right? And what I've been saying most of the episode. Back then in the 70s, right? It was like common practice to take a tape and just record over it. Like that's all they did. But the idea that they have these archives of hundreds of actors doing their 5 minute auditions, absolutely amazing. The idea that like Will Ferrell can now like access what's now a 35-year-old audition tape. Some of them they don't like. A lot of these people barely remember their audition, and now they get to go back and look at it and be horrified at like an old version of themselves. Like these people, they're not full-fledged actors yet. SNL has been known for like starting careers, right? Adam Sandler, Spade, Rock, like they were good on the stand-up scene, but there's so many people. Coolidge, oh, what's her name? Not Michelle, Nicole, Nikki, the Stifler's mom. She auditioned, she never got it, but she still blows up. The idea of having recordings, and that's kind of where I've like the whole mission has been this year, or like since we started, is just gather all this shit together because you never know. it means nothing today. But God forbid something happens and then we get to go back and have all these recordings. Like I got most of the the podcast, half of them are recorded. Like I point the camera at the kids. Um, so this like random idea that years from now, Liam's graduating in 4 years. The idea that I can put together like a graduation present for him of just all of his old recordings is amazing. So it's going to kind of lead me into the next part. Wishable Pocket. So this is the Guild over here. Okay. It's very similar to the SNL idea, right? Is like they're a bunch of nobodies audition. We have old footage of them, and now their career spans fucking decades. Okay. I don't have the names on these. Hold on. I do have the names on them, but I need. I emailed Felicia Day. I did not get a reply back. I didn't expect to get a reply back. I'm going to play the first 2 episodes of The Guild, right? To do so, I need to make sure that like we give everybody credit where credit is due, because I'm not trying to steal their stuff. I am trying to show you people like like a visionary. Okay, Felicia Day. I can't read the other names, but these people make up the Guild. Okay, what is the Guild, Ben? Well, let me tell you what the Guild is. Felicia Day was already an actress. She's been in a few things. She was on Buffy. You knew of her, but she was never a main. Okay, so what Felicia Day does is um, she has this. She's quasi nerd, right? She likes nerd culture. She was addicted to WoW back in the day. So 2007, she's like, I want to make a web series, right? So she gets some friends together, and they base it loosely around um, uh, gaming. Okay, a couple of things that are important about the Guild. Okay, and here's why we give a shit about the Guild. This was in 2007. They're doing stuff way before everybody else, right? Um, they did stuff before Kickstarter. Like they did a bunch of like donation campaigning through PayPal, some real grassroots type stuff. What she wanted to do with the Guild is not that much different than what it is that I'm trying to do today. 2007. If I was gonna be like, "Hey, mom, check out this web series," she's like, "I don't understand it. Why do I care?" And only like I was like, you want like maybe some people don't care, but enough people cared. That's all I'm looking for. So looking for the handful of people that actually give a crap and willing to help us be the next Guild, maybe, right? What if I wanted to start writing and doing like a small web series? Like me and Liam, we write a script. Oh, wait, shoot. We just talked about this. Maybe we did. I don't think we did it on the episode. But what if Liam and I wanted to stick 2 cameras in our face and actually make like a semi autobiographical, right? Use smaller words for Ben, um, of like what it is to podcast, and it would be a little bit more like over the top, but like some behind the scenes type stuff where they can, I don't know, we can just make up anything. All right. Her career is for the most part doing fairly well. Like, well, I don't know. I absolutely just love the idea that in 2007, before, like this is still roughly in the like barely the just after the infancy of the internet. The internet was like real infant. 02, 03, 04. The other piece here, right? Xbox. Xbox sees season one I'd have to reread it. It's super small. Sorry, hold on. Let's do this again. Okay, right. I can have one person from Xbox, from Apple, from Amazon. Maybe Bezos is just running around looking for something whimsy and falls on this podcast. And then to get sponsored for 5 more seasons, 4 more seasons, and then YouTube pays her probably for the season 6. Like the whole idea is like bonkers, man. Like the idea is she didn't start it to make money. She did it because she's an artist and uh, an actress, and she just wanted to do something fun. And then for 6 years, like she's making webcomics with fucking Xbox, Microsoft, and YouTube attached to her. They get like 100 and I don't have the stats pulled up. 180 like million views, DVDs, bunch of merch. Like it is fucking crazy. She does not she did not start the guild thinking she was gonna blow up. Like that's where we're at right now is with Whimsy. It's like I'm just doing to have some fun. One, worst case scenario, nothing comes from this podcast. Nothing. Fine. I keep doing this for 10 more years and I stick with the same like 40 like under 100 viewers per episode. Like fine. Let's do that. But the catalog of video, audio, random ideas, that's like it's weird. Like all that stuff becomes priceless. Sophie gets married and I get to do like a 20-year long look back. Like it's the craziest thing in the world. Means nothing today, but it could mean something. I just need that one person to be like, I like the show. I don't know. Like I said, Kevin Smith goes to the panel. He's like, I like the cut of that guy's jib. You know, let's give him 10 grand and see what he can do with it. Who knows? He made Clerks for $27,000. Like I don't know. Like I don't know. All the people that like I semi look up to, creatively, have done amazing things for nothing. Everybody laughed at them. People are laughing at me now, but you wait. Boom. So, real quick, before we get out of here, there's super short episodes, guys. Okay. I'm going to play the first 2 episodes. If it cuts out, my bad, because this is technically not mine. But I'm telling you, Felicia Day, there's the website, it's on YouTube. It's just a review. So I don't know how all this is going to work. I don't, it's really weird because like you get copyrighted, but there are fair use laws, right? Or policies that allow you to look at other people's stuff. We've done this before, and I've gotten kicked before. We're gonna play the first episode. It's like 4.5 minutes long. Hopefully, I don't get booted. If we get booted, then you're just gonna have to look it up yourself. And I 100% ask that you do because what what she does in this web series is not that far fetched from what Liam and I can do. There's nothing. People do amazing things for, like I said, next to nothing, and it's not about the skill or the money. It's just like the want and the drive to do something that you want to do. So let me I'm gonna pull up the live too, so that way I can make sure if it does cut out, I can stop it real quick. If it cuts out, just stay, and it comes back on and shortly after. So uh, I don't know if it's going to cut me off or not. We'll see. There's a real good chance. Like it's 50-50. Um, and if that is the case, it sucks. But it's worth me trying because that's how much I believe in what we're doing here. Why are you not playing? Hold on. Where is go to live? You're no fun. All right. Let me get all this set up. Let me switch this over. Okay, hold on. this one. Yes. Double click. I forgot to put Canva up. All right, so now we go this way. Here, 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 and here. All right. All right, give me 2 seconds, everyone. And okay, here we go.
So, it's Friday night, and still jobless, yay. I haven't left the house in a week. My therapist broke up with me. Oh yeah, there's a gnome warlock in my living room, sleeping on my couch. Wait, so you're firing me? I mean, you're my therapist. Is that even medically legal? How is that legal?
I'm sorry, Sid, but you don't seem willing to work on your addiction.
I've been establishing parameters like we talked about. Kind of.
You can't grow if you're still immersed in an imaginary social environment.
It's not imaginary. I told you.
Can't get them off you.
Wait, hold on.
Fuck.
I'm dying. I need heals. Heal me.
Incoming. I play with real people.
Have you met them face to face?
I hear them. It's good enough for the blind.
Sid, you need a genuine support system at this time in your life, not
Okay, Dr. Hammond, you're killing me. Like, literally. Can I just call you back later? What?
Forget it. I'm down. Repeat. Fork is down.
Oh my god. That was a total rim job, Codex. I was being raped by goblins, and you're standing there with your staff up your ass.
Sorry.
Tinkerballa. Get rule number 4. No finger pointing.
She didn't come to my house and do whatever she wants with her finger.
Blades. Guild rule number 12.
Ooh, Daddy Guild Leader's so angry.
You guys ever get the feeling we play this game too much?
Yeah, so then I web surf. Look, some chick in China squared out an 18-pound baby. Check the link.
Damn.
Claire's back. Sorry for AFKing. My stupid nanny left without feeding Bellamy again. Oof. Belle, Gabby, tomorrow Mommy's teaching you to use the microwave. So, did Zabu show up yet?
No. And I'm docking him attendance points as we speak. Let this be a lesson.
Weird. Zabu never misses a guild run.
Yeah, even when his uncle died, he found Wi-Fi at the funeral home.
He didn't say anything about taking time off, did he? Oh my god, you guys. Zabu hasn't been on in 39 hours.
What the heck?
That's like 2 days, right? Nursing makes me stupid.
You're nursing right now? That's freaking hot.
I know, right?
Is anyone else getting their nips set done?
Blades.
I'll be right back.
Hi, hey, hi, Sid Sherman. These are for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I made them. I spray painted them myself. Crafted.
Thanks. They're beautiful.
Well, thank you. You're beautiful. That's why I did it. You have a nice forehead.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
Of course you know me. Remember I was gored by a wyvern last week and you totally resurrected me? And then I bought a blue flower for you from the gardens of Bleaklands and, you know, it was totally worth the money, but it was a lot, but it was worth it.
Zabu?
Yeah. Yes, Zabu, right. I'm at your doorstep. Doorstepped. Where should I put this stuff? God, I've been logged down in like 29 hours.
Doorstepped? I mean, I've been friendly online with Zabu, but nothing you wouldn't say to a coworker. You see like 5, 8, 9 hours a day. I guess online flirtation can be interpreted many ways, especially if you're delusional.
Yeah, it was pretty easy to track you down. Because I'm awesome. Address, cell phone records, Xanax dosage. I know everything about you. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, no, not really.
Ugh. Tried to get here before raid time, but the Greyhound bus kept stopping for old lady bladders. Bladder.
So, we never met before. This is my house. What are you doing here?
Codex, you seem sad lately. And I came here to the physical realm to hold you. Look, this long distance thing is killing our relationship.
What? No, Zabu, we don't have a relationship. No, I mean, we're friends. Friends online, anonymously.
Oh, really? Well, this chat log says otherwise. Chat log, 5:38 a.m., 3:13:07. Codex, where are you? Zabu, farming in Netherhell. Codex, can I help? I need gold. Zabu, I will give you gold. It's pretty sweet of me. Codex, no, I don't want to ruin our relationship. Followed by a winking smile. Okay? You mean you winkied me?
No, because that was just a keyboard error. You know, it was just supposed to be a colon. A nice impersonal colon.
Okay.
It's the semicolon just slips in when I can't hit the shift key.
It's a Freudian slip. Okay? Our keyboard chemistry is undeniable. I just really think that... Oh, my God.
What's wrong?
I gotta drop some kids off at the pool right now.
What are you talking about?
No, I have to go poo.
Oh, gross. Ooh, okay. So you can go down hall, and it's the first door on the to the left.
No, I
Yeah.
know. Because I know every floor plan of every place you've ever lived. Floor plan.
That is
You guys,
inappropriate.
I just
It's inappropriate.
You should be arguing right
Guys,
now.
you should live out. You should live in a house.
Hey guys! I found Zabu. Yay!
Okay. So this goes back into like old forgotten media that I used to watch back in the day, back in '07. I followed this thing all the way for years. I guess the moral of today's What's in My Pocket is if you don't understand, it doesn't matter. like Violet, I get it. Like she does, like she, she thought the idea, like she thought it was stupid. And I get most of the stuff that we're coming up, that I come up with. Shit, fucking Liam's awesome, but all the extra stuff, you never know. What if Liam again? Uh, this did successfully, did very well, like very successful because it had its niche of like WoW at the time had 50 million people, and it's basically based off of WoW. So like they found their their audience early, and they're part of that community. I'm not really part of any community right now. Like so, I haven't really found my niche yet. But at the same time, I'm just practicing my stuff so that when I do find my niche and I do want to make something, and someone does find it, then like I don't know. So if you don't like what it is that we do here at Whimsy, there's a longer plan down the road. That's all it is. Is we're just having a good time. We're learning some stuff. I don't expect most of you to go back and watch The Guild. You should. It's fairly entertaining, even if you don't understand most of the gameplay stuff that they're talking about. The moral of the story is SNL waitresses, people not who live in California, who fly over on the weekend to New York for a random 5-minute audition and have to fly back. They don't know. Like the idea is, you take the shots when they come to you, and one day one of the shots might make it. So everything Whimsy is do something that you're passionate about for you, and then like your audience will eventually find you. I don't think we're going to be stuck at 7 views forever. And if we do, it is what it is, because I have like all of the I got hundreds of hours recorded right now. The hours we have recorded, 100 episodes, 100 live streams. Like, it's crazy. Nobody else, like, there's nobody else that I know of that has this many hours of just randomness. And somewhere in with all the randomness that we've done, there's little pieces of Ben all the way through it. Little pieces of Liam and my family, like whatever. Like someone will eventually find this and find some kind of value in something that we're doing here, and that's the payoff I'm looking for. Felicia Day again. She funded it all by herself through PayPal. People wanted to see it and they did it. We're doing Patreon. You guys are helping support because you hope like we're going to do something cool. So you guys are going to keep us afloat until you find something cool. And then then it goes somewhere. So that is all I got. Oh, the notepad. I made a note. Even for episode 1, right? Did you see the list of cast and crew that they had on the end credits? Like, the end of this episode. Credits written by Ben, directed by Ben, everything by Ben. J Sarge got in there. Oh man, like my credits going to be crazy. Like Ben for everything. I should do that. Oh man. Oh, that's so much fun. Boom. All right, let's do here. All right. Patreon. Everybody. Patreon.com/chasing the whimsy. Nikki, Andy, Megan, your family, Joyce, Ann, Enderfrog, EC1, Gooster, Nina, and Violet, Anna, my dad, Courtney. Appreciate you guys for the paid subscription membership on patreon.com. Those of you on the free, I appreciate you. It helps us do weird things like every other creator out there. Like the things that you like, they started at 0. We're currently at like 2, right? We're not at 0 yet, right? Anymore. Everybody starts somewhere, and this is where we're going to start. We're starting on the Patreon. We appreciate you. If you want to support, go to patreon.com/chasing the whimsy. There's a $4 tier that kind of just helps keep a couple of bucks in the funds. The $10 tier keeps the money in the funds, but also makes merch for you guys. So we did blankets coming up next month, February. We're going to do blankets, coasters. We did what else? Ornaments. The art book. I'll send out the art book. This one's going to be huge this year. We'll get all those out to you. Again, if you can't do the paid subscription, totally get it. At least follow the free one. Show some support. Let people who are interested in like, should I or should I not? Show them that we got 40, 50. I think we have 18. We have 18 people right now subscribed to Patreon. So let's convert some of those and invite others to come in and help out. Because you never know. It is interesting you guys are on the ground floor. If this became anything remotely successful, you guys were there for year 1, year 2. I don't expect anything to blow up over the next year. I think you got to put in your dues. I appreciate you guys supporting us while we do figure out and kind of like find our way and find our corner of the internet. Because there's something entertaining about this, I think. Worst case, I just have to email like the whole family because I got the other side of the family, right? There's like 100 of those guys, so I just got to get them. Boom, we're 100. Appreciate the support. Again, if you don't understand Whimsy yet, or you don't like fully, if there are aspects of it that you don't like, but there are still, if there's one aspect of anything that we do at Chasing the Whimsy, whether it's the podcast Whimsy with the Z, any of the 2 live streams, or any of the merch that we do. If you like one piece of it, give me your $1 per week. Sign up for the $4 tier. Show your support. The other reason why we want you to show some support is because we are also donating to the Family Assist program at a local Title I school, which means that they are low-income families. Last year, Whimsy donated $500 to assist kids who may not get gifts or as many gifts to make sure that they get something for Christmas. It helps the families out, who are struggling. Mom and dad can't always, get the presents that everybody wants because they're trying to make sure everybody's clothed and fed and safe. We're going to do our part as a community to help those parents out and be like, hey, we want to help you out because we care. If at the very least you don't like anything that I do, if you care about kids, you want kids to be able to be happy for Christmas, give me your $1 per week. That's all I'm asking. We have 12 members right now. I need 500 members, or 500. I need 55 members to reach the $500 goal that I would like for the pay, because I'm taking pieces of your Patreon and I'm putting it over here for the holiday donation. But Ben, why are you going to take all the money from the Patreon people to donate? Why? Because I've already done it. I've already committed $500 to it. I'm putting up what I feel is a valid program. I think it's important. I want to give back to the community. I'm not just talking a bunch of shit up here. I've already put up 500. I am just asking for 55 people who like one aspect of anything that we do to give me $4 a month. That's all it is, to make sure that we can get kids some extra presents for Christmas. It's not even extra. It's make sure that they get presents for Christmas. We have an episode 90, 91, where you can see the interview I had with Anat. You see all the presents that the community, it's not just me, right? They got other people donating, right? For the most part, I'm doing okay. I can afford to do this donation. I want to give back because I know that they can't. So that's it. One thing you like, I don't care what it is. Or I can go the Courtney route. If there's something that you just frivolously spend money on, then you can afford to give me $1 a week. So we're looking to build this number up. I think I'm going to go a little bit more aggressive and hard on the Patreon stuff because it's only $1. And I know people are like, well, okay. If you don't want to give me your $1, because you're like, well, what you going to do with the other $3? Fine. There will be on the first, if you go to the Patreon, sign up for the free in the shop, and I'll advertise it more. In the shop, there's a $25 option it's basically what you're going to be paying for is your name on the slide, right? Because it's a digital purchase. So for $25, I will add your name to the previous page to indicate that you showed your support. And of that 25, everything after the fees will go into the holiday fund. So now there's no excuse. If you don't like anything that we do, but you like kids and you want to help and you want to give back to the kids, then give me your $25. And then I'll keep none of it. This after the fees, I have to do the math on it. I think it's it'll be $22. So of your 25, 22 of it will go on, but your name goes on the thing. So now people know that you're a good person. We're just going to try to get this thing up to 500. I don't know how many other podcasts year 1.5 are trying to already raise money. We keep everything on a budget here, right? So, right, I can afford a little bit, right? So most other podcasters, they might be doing a little, like, they're not giving back. That's all I'm trying to get at. Jesus, what am I saying? They're not giving back. So I know some of them are, but I don't know. The majority of them probably aren't. And they don't have to, but we're a community. One thing, $4 a month. You don't like me. If you don't, basically, if you don't give the 25, then you just don't like kids. I guess that's what it means. Um, but for real, 100% support and get the idea. If you can, if money is tight, 100%. We'll find others. But show your support by at least the free. There's no that one I can't. That one I have to shame you for. If you cannot sign up for the free one to see all the cool stuff that we're doing, there's no excuse for that one. Show your support that way. Hang out with us on the Patreon communities on the page because sometimes we chat and stuff on there. Hang out. Show your support that way. Show people that Whimsy actually cares and is doing something, and people just people that we are supported. That's all we got for you guys. Let's get out of here. And boom. End of the show. Hour and a half. No idea why. Super sorry. Fell down the trap on the videos, the mind pockets. That took a little longer than I thought, but I appreciate Kelly and your feedback. It's good to see you back in the chats. I'll keep you guys posted on some of the weird random ideas that I'm doing. I keep them hidden, I don't want you guys to know, but there's only the total number of people who will probably see this thing is 15. So I don't think you 15. Okay. We'll end it on this. I got 1 minute. If at any point in the near future, somebody's like, why is this YouTube channel have all these just guy talkings, right? Like these old mind pockets, right? And they're like, it's a mystery. There's nothing on this page. If you should see any hints that there's a kitschy cam and people are freaking out and they just don't know why or where it came from, that you 15 who are watching this, don't tell anybody. All right. You guys have a good night. It's 1:30. All right. Have a good rest of the day. I have to work Saturday, so Saturday will be regular Mind Pockets. We'll keep it to a nice tight hour. So I say today. You guys have a good night. Whimsy.